Imagine a foundational document, penned centuries ago, yet still profoundly shaping our daily lives and governing our nation. How do we ensure its ancient wisdom remains relevant and just in a world its authors could never have fully foreseen? It is a fascinating challenge, central to our legal system. Well, courts interpret the Constitution's meaning through a variety of distinct methods, primarily falling under two broad categories: originalism and living constitutionalism. Originalism generally seeks to understand the text as it was understood at the time it was adopted, while living constitutionalism views the Constitution as a dynamic document that evolves with societal values. Each approach offers a different lens for applying fundamental principles to modern issues. The choice between these methods is not arbitrary, but rather rooted in deep legal philosophies about the proper role of judges and the stability of law. Originalists, for instance, believe that the Constitution's meaning is fixed, arguing that judges should either adhere to the original public meaning of the words at the time of ratification or to the specific intentions of the framers who drafted it. This approach aims to limit judicial discretion, ensuring that changes to the Constitution come through the amendment process, rather than through judicial reinterpretation. It offers a sense of predictability and democratic legitimacy by preventing unelected judges from imposing their own policy preferences. They relying heavily on historical dictionaries, contemporaneous writings, and the records of the Constitutional Convention and ratification debates. Conversely, proponents of living constitutionalism argue that the Constitution is a dynamic, adaptable framework designed to endure across generations. They believe its abstract principles, such as due process or equal protection, should be interpreted in light of evolving societal norms, moral insights, and contemporary challenges. This perspective emphasizes that a rigid, fixed interpretation could render the Constitution obsolete or incapable of addressing modern problems like new technologies or social changes that were unimaginable in the 18th century. They contend that judges must consider the practical consequences of their rulings and the broader societal implications, ensuring the Constitution remains a valuable and effective governing document for all citizens. It is a debate about the balance between stability and adaptability in constitutional law. In practice, judges applying these methods engage in rigorous scholarly and legal analysis. They meticulously examine the constitutional text itself, consult historical documents, review the legislative history leading to the Constitution's creation, and scrutinize prior court decisions, known as precedents. Regardless of their preferred interpretive philosophy, judges must build a reasoned argument, often engaging with counter-arguments and justifying their application of a particular method to the facts of a specific case. This careful process ensures that constitutional rulings are not merely personal opinions, but rather conclusions derived from considered legal principles. It is also important to understand the concept of stare decisis, which means to stand by things decided. This principle dictates that courts should generally follow precedents established in prior cases. Even judges who adhere strictly to originalism will often acknowledge the importance of stare decisis, though they might debate the extent to which a deeply flawed precedent should be upheld. This interaction between interpretive methods and the respect for prior rulings creates a rich and sometimes tension-filled landscape in constitutional jurisprudence. The discussions about judicial restraint, where judges defer to the legislative branch, versus judicial activism, where judges play a more assertive role in shaping policy, are often intertwined with how these interpretive methods are applied. Ultimately, the different ways courts interpret the Constitution reflected a fundamental and ongoing discussion about its role in our society. This intricate process, involving careful historical research, textual analysis, and philosophical reasoning, is crucial. It ensures that the Constitution remains a powerful, living instrument, capable of governing a complex and evolving nation while upholding its core principles and securing the rule of law for everyone.